Thing. Yes. Nope. Close Discord. Let's see. Settings. Pop out chat for Twitch. Pause. And resize this. Okay. And then YouTube. Pop out chat. Pause. Hello, Starlight. The screen will be visible shortly. I think that's close to the fastest anyone has shown up. 30 seconds or so. Anyway. A new world record. So I'll sort one stash, do some council runs, and then decide, do I do more council runs or sort another stash or whatever. Which one am I on? Alright, S. So I have S. R, Q, P. Is O full? Not yet. Okay. S was empty? Yeah. Alright. Latest episode of Sorting the Stash, that's right. The most important part of all of gameplay. Not really. But it is a necessary part. Item level 93 exploding potions. That's funny. Okay. Bow. Whoops. Sword. Alright, uniques. Blood. Is my voice voicing? Yeah, it looks like it. Blood letter. Another blood letter. Cruel needle. Okay, I think that's just like a base for crafting. It's fine. I'll throw it in here. Okay. Ume's Lament. Or maybe Yumi's Lament. Who knows? Redemption and Vigor. Holy Shield. And Redemption. Okay. Set 2. Alright, armors. A lidless wall, you can see here, +0 to poison absorb, which does not show in game. Interestingly. It also doesn't do anything. Okay, these will go in needs sockets. Pretty tired today because I worked last night, and so the only sleep I've had is since I got home. I slept for like maybe 3 hours, but I'm off, the rest of today and then tomorrow. And then I don't work overnight in the known future. So the next 2 weeks, I don't work at night. No, where did the set one go? Okay, Helms. Oh, interesting. 46 Magic Find Coronet. I don't know if I already have one of those or if this is the one that I already had. So we're about to find out. Let's see. That was the one that I already had. Okay. Hmm. I don't know why I kept that. Okay, charms. And then if I end up sorting 2 stashes today, then tomorrow I might actually finish sorting and do some crafting. But otherwise, the crafting would come later. Let's see. And I would do sapphires first because that's the one I'm most interested in. Lots of skillers there. All right, charms. And then I think all that's left is pocket fillers. Jewels. Okay, there are rare jewels in here. And then regular jewels. Hello, Rockforge. Okay, Higgins, wisdom. Yeah, 2 mage plates on the same map. Let's see, Viper Magi does 30. This one also does 30. Okay. Then you should be able to get it in like a day or two, depending on how much you play. You know, maybe it takes a week or whatever. 500 runs on average. Runes F through R. Popo. I used all of my Poe and Hell runes previously, crafting, was it like blood shields and safety armors or something? And got nothing good. I won't be doing that again. Any of those runes that I get, I'll just cube up in later versions now. For whatever, either rune words or caster amulets or unsocket recipe. Alright, Amethyst 5. I wonder, what's the chippy recipe actually do? Project Cube, 3 chipped gems. And it might be different in 1.09. Where is it? Socketed magic weapon. I wonder what the item level is in 1.09. And don't they get 3 sockets there? If so, then maybe I'll do... I'll have to think about it. Either like Dimensional Shard for quality level and magic level, or Runic Talons. I'll have to think about that. Yeah, I mean, like the safety shield, honestly, there's probably... if you are trying to compete with Spirit, you can't. You just won't. But if you're trying to compete with just a generic 4-socket shield, then you could get a 3-socket shield with a bunch of stuff on it instead. And so then, you know, you could compete with like good damage reduction, all res plus life. You do need a good roll, but you know, if I had gotten something, you know, really nice, then okay, yeah, I'll use that instead of like a 4-ist shield. I'll put 3 ists in it and be like, look at this cool item I have. sacrifice 20 magic find. But I'm not gonna like actively pursue and try to get a really cool safety shield, because ultimately I probably do prefer the fourth Ist rune, and also like I said, the other thing it would try to compete with would be Spirit, which you just can't. You can't compete with Spirit. I don't know if I've ever used Spirit as a weapon, only as a shield. But, I don't play a lot of those versions, and when I did, it was only like one or two builds. So I'm not trying to say there's no use for it, just I didn't use it. That's all. Okay, any perfect amethysts by accident? And this one's getting close to full. There's one. 973 out of 1,000. All right, let's go. Perfect skulls. There we are. And then rubies. But yeah, I'll have to mess around with that chippy recipe, 3 chip gems in 1.09. Because if it does make 3 sockets, like I seem to remember being the whole point of it, then Dimensional Shard or Runic Talons are both good options for that. And I have most of my chipped rubies still, all of my chipped diamonds, chipped amethysts, and chipped skulls still. Which is, on the one hand, not a ton, on the other, probably more than I think. Is it better than Hoto? Because I would have thought you just used that. It's cheaper, that's for sure. Not that Hoto is expensive, but there are a lot of people who don't play enough to find a Vex rune. Certainly not enough to expect several attempts at rolling one. Okay. Yeah, I remember using like Hoto Flail in 1.10 on my Hammered In on Realm. I didn't know why. It's just like, oh, this is the weapon I'm supposed to use, so I guess I'll use it. Do you understand what you're doing? No. Oh, okay. Alright, Topaz 5. Ooh, I might cross over 1,000 here. Maybe. Yeah, back then, I was non-ladder, so Spirit wasn't available. And then I couldn't afford Exile. And then I don't think I had Herald of Zakarum. I probably could have afforded to trade for one. I found like Ethereal Self-Repair, Rare 2 Paladin Offensive Auras, I think. Grim Shield? I think it was a Grim Shield. Either that or a Troll Nest. It had like 794 defense or something. So like it wasn't good, but I mean it was easily beaten by the easy to get best in slot items. But it's what I had. And that's how I learned that people could use Map Hack to like look in my inventory and see what I'm wearing. And some people would be like, wow, 6 shield. And some people would be like, wow, you're obviously a noob. That shield is garbage. New stash. Topaz 6. Yeah, in 1.10, Hammerden was so strong because it pierced a demon magic resist as well, I think, and not just undead. And so the Hammerden was so strong that you could have just used literally almost anything. Especially if you were in a full bail game anyway, and so there were like 5 other Hammerdens also continually spamming hammers. The monsters didn't stand a chance. Interesting that I have so many more topazes than diamonds. Maybe I've used diamonds for something? Or maybe I used to not pick them up? That seems unlikely. Or I guess I have more of most things than diamonds. Yeah. Yeah, 1.0 is different in many ways. Hello, Rudolbert, with your watch streak. I can't see the number 10 stream. There it is. It was difficult to read the text through the transparent text. Welcome in. I have now confirmed enough topazes to roll another set of 500 rings with topazes, which is a box of 1,000 topazes. And I still have 4 or potentially 5 more stashes of boxes of 1,000 to sort out. So So that is to say, I have more gyms than I thought I did, generally speaking. Generally speaking. Alright, that was the bad pun for the day. Hopefully there's not another. There can be only one. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Alright. The pun of power? That would be interesting. Okay. Emeralds. I'm a bit sore today because in addition to, barely any sleep since I worked overnight, um, after work this morning, I went to the store, the grocery store, and then walked home with probably about 30 pounds of groceries. So let's see, it's like 2.5 maybe miles, maybe 3 miles to the grocery store. But streamer, we're all European viewers. What is that in kilometers and kilograms? Freedom units, man. Anything but metric. But I think it's like 120 kilometers is 75 miles. That sounds right. It's been a long time since I looked at a speedometer, so I don't know if that's accurate. But that's what I remember. And then it's 451 grams in a pound? Or maybe it's 400. Yeah, I think it's 451. Or that's the temperature paper burns in Fahrenheit. Maybe it's 453 grams in a pound. Who knows? Alright, skulls. Somebody said something. Starting a sin. Starting a sin. Go to church. No clue if any of the skills are actually good. Would you use traps? Yeah, you can use Death Sentry, and then, but otherwise, there's no synergies. You can probably use kicks, but, most of them are single target. I don't like charge up mechanics at all. But the problem of like that fire explosion kick where your damage gets reduced by their physical resist and their fire resist does apply. Uh, but the corpse explosion on Death Sentry can be pretty strong, supposedly. I just don't play assassins. I'm dogmatically opposed. I almost was going to do an assassin as my Duriel runner, and then I realized that the barbarian with whirlwind. Wow. I was about to say the barbarian with whirlbarian. Anyway, the barbarian with whirlwind would be faster than the assassin with the like 5 kick. So I went with barbarian. And then if the barbarian ends up slow, then I'll probably just do a fireball sorceress, which is very uninspiring. Or maybe blizzard, but probably just fireball. Hello, streamboo.com. Welcome in. Who are you today? Appointed fit to Simon. Interesting. And then, maybe if I get tired of running Duriel with a barbarian, then I might do the sorceress anyway, but I don't really see that happening. Getting tired of doing a simple run over and over? Unlikely. Alright, sapphires. Did I miss one? No, it's all just sapphires? Okay. So then either there was more sapphires in here than I thought, or there's other stuff that I missed. Like charms or something. I don't really think the Assassin and Druid have a niche in 1.07. There's not really a target that you would want to do that they do better than anyone else. Their niche is some people like to play through the game for fun. Or like what Shrimp is doing with his bugbear. Which I thought was a simultaneously obvious and clever name. Okay, this one's almost done. Easy. So 642, and then for whatever reason, they're in two different boxes. What's 642 plus 367? 1009? Yeah, so I have enough to do 1,000 sapphires, and I still have more stashes to go. Nice. Okay, then 1.07, and then I'm gonna go turn on the air conditioner and fill up some water. Because I did not buy milk since I was already carrying so much home. Also, it's not part of my new diet plan. Oops. Okay. I'll add milk back in if I need calories. Because I do want to stop losing weight. Okay, let's check Larzuk for fancy armors. No. We'll check Anya.
Good morning.
No. And then we'll go kill the council. Was I supposed to be using the run counter? No, that was a different guy. Okay. Three hours of Nilithak. Oh, okay. With vengeance. Oh, unique amulet. In 1.07, you can get much higher minimum damage on charms, which can be interesting for vengeance. Warhammer. War hat. A good mix. Zombies. I don't know what a zombie is. Unless it's just a different name for, maybe here it's the same thing as what we called a suicide, which I probably just got demonetized for saying that word on this stream, but I don't make any money on YouTube anyway. So imagine calling your drink an unalive. Oh, I love the unalive myself drink. It's when you mix all the different sodas together at the same time. Wait, is it actually sewer slide and I've been calling it the wrong thing my whole life? Or is that just to get around the filter?
I am overburdened.
Meh, 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 meh.
I am overburdened. Greetings.
Too light radius. 4-socket armor. I saw you had that 4-socket with the hit recovery. I think I've passed up on one of those already. But I don't, generally I don't look at them, at least not on purpose. Sometimes for whatever reason my mouse will hand will just be like, no, you're gonna go look at this item that is not a red armor. I'm like, oh well, I guess that would have been cool if I wanted jewelers as a prefix. Act 1 merc. Oh, I guess I didn't know you had Act 1. I just kind of assume everyone uses Act 2 for everything. Then does it... Why Act 1? Faith. Does fanaticism boost your attack speed? Like party member attack speed? Because I thought off whip or skill enhanced damage did not affect the vengeance damage. Oh. I didn't know that it gives party attack speed. I thought only the user got attack speed. Shows you how much I play paladins. Yeah, then at the soda fountain when you're combining all the drinks into the same drink, then if you're really, you know, going hardcore with it, you'll also put the water out of the soda fountain.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright, battle hammer. Yeah, jeweler is not a rare prefix. The problem just comes in with a lot of the suffixes that you might want are rare. So like what makes jeweler's monarch of deflecting is so rare is simply that you have to get 2 affixes and one of them is like 1 in 200 or something.
Good to see.
Because either one by itself isn't really all that rare. Whenever I see people like, oh man, it's so close, and they post like Jeweler's Monarch, It's just like, no, you were not even close to being close.
Good day.
But I do know that when I did some math, to estimate how long it would take me to shop a jeweler's monarch of any useful or any well-rolled suffix from Ashiara in 1.07, which means it would only have 3 sockets. It was like 2,200 hours. So, not great. A bit more than I care to go for.
While and listen.
Yeah, and you refresh the screen, like the shop screen, so quick that it doesn't take really all that long, I think, to see 200 of them, 240 of them. Hey, you might know, Rudolbert. Yeah, I saw the ward, and I was like, cool, but also shame. Um, but I knew someone who had that in single player as well, and they used it in PvP because they didn't have a J mod. But what was I gonna say? In 1.09, the chippy recipe, like 3 chip gems, it makes 3 sockets, right? No matter what, and a magic item. If that magic item is able to have 3 sockets. Or is it limited by like other factors? Because what I'm wondering is, could I roll dimensional shards with the 3 chip gem recipe and potentially get an interesting dimensional shard with 3 sockets on it? No idea. Okay. Because I don't really know what to do with my chipped gems otherwise. Because, like, yeah, I could roll for, like, Cruel Colossus Blade of Quickness. But I could roll for that anywhere. Like, not anywhere, but... Like, I could, in theory, get one in 1.07 with 4 sockets, or one in 1.10a with 5 sockets, or a crafted weapon in 1.07 with Cruel of Quickness and 3 sockets. So it makes much less compelling for the 1.09 recipe. But Dimensional Shard could be interesting. Because it gets 0 sockets in 1.07. And if it's guaranteed 3,
Greetings.
then that might be what I roll it with. Oh, I need to do this. Duh. That's why this felt weird.
Yes.
I guess I could go roll a couple and find out. And, like, check the item level and stuff. Maybe that's what I'll do at the end of today's stream. I'll send someone forward with an inventory full of chipped diamonds and a Herodic cube.
I can't carry anymore.
Send them forward at level 1. Gauntlet. Oh. Whirling crystal. I wonder if I even have a dimensional shard. I feel like I probably do somewhere. The trick is going to be finding it in my stashes. Elrune. Oh, okay.
What do you need?
I don't know if any of these things roll. The shape of the names at the bottom here is chiastic. That's a cool word. Maybe. Do they roll, or is it always 1, 2, 1? Well, I have several of it, so I can check. In my set stash, whatever. 1, 2, 1, it says 77, 111. Is that what I got? I don't think so. I got like 77 and 72. I'll have to look and see if mine all match or not. Yeah, but 1, 2, 1. Yeah, I know it rolls now. I just couldn't remember if it does back then.
What are your needs?
What are your needs?
Good morning.
Godly light plate of the Gargantuan. If this had upgraded, I would have bought it.
Can
I have one very similar to it as an Archon
Yes?
plate already.
Good morning.
I have a single
Yes?
godly Archon plate of the
Good
Gargantuan.
morning. Yes? Good morning. What are your needs? Yes?
Archon plate of the
Good
squid.
morning. Yes? Good morning. What are your needs? Yes? Good morning.
I wonder if I disconnected from YouTube or if
Yes?
people just stopped talking.
What are your needs?
Because I've had it before where my YouTube chat just like stops. And I don't know until the end of stream.
Yes? Good morning. Yes? What are your needs? Good morning. Yes? Good morning.
It did die. Ah,
Yes? Good morning. Yes?
unlucky. Oh, I think maybe it was just lagging.
Good morning. Yes? Good morning. What are your needs?
Yeah, I had it before where Itai was in here and he posted like 20 messages.
Good morning.
Like, test, hello? Is this working?
What are your needs?
And then they all showed up like immediately all at once.
What are your needs?
Gamba. Shark skin. What am I looking for? Circlets and heavy gloves. Alright, and then I was going to check if my Talrasha's swirling crystals, if they're all the same or if they're different. 74, so the life appears to roll and the masteries do not. Okay. And then how many more do I have? Orb. Oh, the mana also rolls. Interesting. Does it roll or does it only have two options? 99 and 77? Seems weird. Anyway, what else was I gonna look for? Oh yeah, to see if I can find a swirling crystal. Let's try this one's. No. Not a swirling crystal, a dimensional shard. That's what I meant. No. Maybe I don't have one. Hmm. Seems unlikely. But not impossible, I guess. Maybe I'll just check some of these just to make sure. Because I might have thrown it somewhere that makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for a dimensional shard, I guess. Junk stash for gems, yeah. That's what I do, pretty much. I don't know why, sometimes when it's like, you know, the same temperature in my room, according to the thermostat, sometimes it feels really hot, sometimes it feels cold. But the thermostat says the same number. Weird.
I am overburdened.
Oh, yeah, the ventilation is horrible. So it could be that. Yeah, it's probably just too humid in here right now. Because I just rechanged or dumped out the water reservoir in my dehumidifier. And when it turned back on, it said 73 humidity. So that's probably the problem.
I can't carry anymore.
Meh, 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 meh. And then I also know that like the insulation is basically non-existent in this apartment, and the sliding glass door is single pane only, and the front door leaks air badly. So,
Stay
you know, I say I don't know why it feels different all the time, but I guess actually I do know why. I don't know, it's just like kind of annoying that I didn't change my thermostat, and sometimes I'm like, ugh, I'm sweaty, and sometimes like, ugh, I need a sweater. Like my front door leaks air so badly that in the winter I have to tape the door because you can feel the cold air blowing in. And not just like, oh, you know, you can vaguely feel it with the back of your hand. You can like, literally, you can just feel the air blowing through the uh, bad door jamb all the way around the door. Not just like the bottom or whatever. So I have to tape my door in the winter.
I can't carry anymore.
And it probably also you know, not probably. It also leaks air in the summer. I just can't feel a breeze, so I assume that it's less severe. Let's see, War Scepter. Jeweler's Ward, yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking about, like, for my Hurricane Druid, you know, it's unlikely that I'll get like a jeweler's monarch of something nice. But I might use just a jeweler's monarch just because, instead of like a 4-socketed white monarch. Yeah, like OBS is a bigger strain on my laptop than Diablo 2 is. That's for sure.
I am overburdened.
Or I guess like maybe not the program itself, but the process of streaming.
I can't carry anymore.
Meh, 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 meh. You keep saying that.
Hello.
Yeah, it's too expensive. I'd rather use my perfect gems on small charms. Possibly in 1.09 if they don't make bad item levels there. I'll probably roll some small charms, and then otherwise any version after 1.10.
Good day.
So I don't really plan to use perfect gems on blue monarchs. I guess I need to mule off soon. I was, at the store getting the groceries that I have meticulously planned out, and I was kind of shocked to see, I know prices of groceries have gone up at like around across the board, but how much more the sardines cost than they used to. In addition to that, they didn't have at the store I was at in stock any sardines in water or olive oil. They all had like other flavors, like in mustard sauce or in hot sauce or whatever. And I can't eat those ones. So instead, I ended up getting
Greetings.
a tin of oysters, one of crab meat, and one of mackerel. And I don't have anything against those products in particular, except that the sardines are nice and that one can is how much I want to use for one meal. And the mackerel and the crab, I'll have to either like refrigerate it or freeze it, which means I have to find a container to put it in. And if you put fish in a container, it's basically becomes a fish container. Stinky forever. First world problems, I guess. Imagine actually complaining about this nonsense. It's like, you know, camping. When I used to go camping in Boy Scouts, out in the few times that I went to Philmont, which that alone is unusual. The fact that it was a few times and not once. So the 3 times that I went to Philmont, one thing that we were like they hammered into our brains was if you have a bottle, like a water bottle or a food container, and it has used anything other than water, then it is a smellable forever, and it will always attract bears forever. So this is that same idea, but with fish containers. What? It looks like I have too much magic find. Bearded axe. I don't even know what that is. Oh, spell steal. I want this in 1.09 or 1.10. Because I want to have the option of teleport and I guess in that case decrepify on the same item. Otherwise, the other option I'm thinking about is Steel Driver, I think it is, for the amplified damage charges to use on... Oh, this doesn't fit in my stash. Duriel, because he has 50% physical resist. And so I'm thinking rather than relying on my mercenary to proc decrepify, that it might be worthwhile to go ahead and bring charges with me. If I do that, I'll probably repair every run just so that the rhythm remains unbroken. Like I do the same thing each run, even though that is less efficient. It is more mindless. Long warbow. What is that? Blast bark? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't do anything here. Yeah, yeah, the smellables. Especially because the bears, their sense of smell is so good. They're really good at smelling things. And so the main thing, you know, all food like plates and whatever, yeah, that's kind of obvious. But the main one is like when you put the Gatorade powder in your water bottle, then that water bottle must go up in the bear bag at night. And at night, you only keep water bottles, not Gatorade water bottles. Or coffee water bottles or whatever else you might put in your water bottle. Yeah, I think it's 1.09 because well, actually I was going to say I looked at the 1.09 website, but I think I was about to make something up. I was hallucinating long before AI hallucinations were a thing. Confidently stating things that are factually incorrect. Get on my level, AI. And not only factually incorrect, but easy to debunk.
Good to see you.
So yeah, unlucky that they didn't have the sardines that I can eat, so I had to buy other stuff. I was going to get one thing of oysters anyway,
Afternoon.
1 oysters and 6 sardines. Instead, I ended up getting 1 oysters, 1 mackerel, and 1 crab. But it has to be real crab. I can't have imitation crab.
Yes? What are your needs? Can I help you? Good morning.
Do they even can imitation crab? I know they put it in like the
What are your
plastic
needs?
bottles or plastic jars, whatever. But I don't know if they can it.
Yes? Good morning. What are your needs? Good morning. Yes? Good morning. Yes? Good morning. Yes? Good morning. Yes? Good morning.
I think in another life my dad would have been a fisherman, but he chose trains and gardens instead.
Yes? Good morning. What are your needs? Good morning. What are your needs? Good morning. What are your needs? Good morning.
Alright, that's enough of Anya.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I think they only put the imitation crab in the plastic jars now, instead of the metal cans. At least here. If either my finances get a little better or I choose to splurge once, I want to try buying the canned cod liver and try that. Sounds interesting. Lem. Alright, not a crafting rune. The highest rune I've found in a while, though. Let's see. 75 gold find in a weapon.
Good day.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I do have a dimensional shard, and it's in somebody's inventory. I'm gonna check. That was weird. Bramble, you're making 1.07 rune words?
I can't carry anymore.
Other than rune word not X-lated? Weird.
Yes.
Don't show your 1.07 rune words to Atma, the mulling software. They do not interact well. Do you have a cube that you're not using? Yes. Do you have... No. A dimensional shard. Alright, what about you? What even is this? Who are you? Interesting. Alright, this was a ring roller. This is a classic boot. Okay. Manana. Interesting name. This one's also from Classic. Can probably simply be deleted. He won't have it. Oh yeah, I used her to test if maximum damage works on the bow, and it does not. I'm looking for dimensional shards. Actually, just one. No. No. Berserker X. No. Hmm. And no. Huh. I thought I had one. But I guess I thought wrong. You can get 119 gold find, and then, you know, you can get all the other nice classic things like 49 to single resists and whatever. They are limited to 30 run walk, which is unfortunate.
I am overburdened.
Uh,
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah, the classic has the best gold find boots and belts. Unless if you need the 10 attack speed from gold wrap, then you can't get attack speed on the belt otherwise. Tower shield.
I can't carry anymore.
I recommend Rockforge using a run counter. Because otherwise, something that is not a dry spell or unlucky streak will start to feel like one. Because like, man, I've been doing this for hours, but then you've only done like 250 runs. The run counter will let you know if you're actually unlucky or if you just feel like it's taking too long. Amulet.
I can't carry anymore.
Tancred's Talrash's amulet.
Smile and listen.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You feel like, oh no, I'm just unlucky. But 500 takes longer than you would think. But, you know, if you don't want to use one, that's fine. I'm not like... Yeah, I'm not using one, clearly. Clearly. Yep. Celery.
I am overburdened.
Good day.
Good day. Oh, hey, it's Skiller. Paladin defensive auras. The theme song of these runs is Lonely Islands, I Threw It on the Ground. I'm an adult. I keep all skillers no matter what. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll want a level 42 vigor or whatever. Meditation. I don't know. But also just because
Carry anymore.
I won't actually want a level 42 meditation. I just keep all skillers. 3 fury, and it was visionary. Interesting. But the +2 skills basically gives as much or more attack rating as visionary, so Sol Rune. Yeah, runes are rare. Especially if you're not playing
I can't carry anymore.
what's it called? With the players 8 mod on, I guess it's like Cactus or whatever. Okay, not ethereal, so I already have it. I don't need it again. Griffin headdress Warhammer. Okay.
Stay a while and listen.
12 to maximum damage, 7 life. Not it. Okay. There it is. Ah. Oh, Cactus doesn't support players 8. Only singling does. Artisans of Amike. MSCI? MSC? Amiki? I don't know. Anakin. Ooh. 36 magic find. Whoops, I touched caps lock? What? Fortuitous of Fortune. A fine addition to my collection. Yeah, I thought Cactus comes with singling. Or rather, Cactus is the renamed version of singling. I believe it's the same program. He just renamed it after getting kicked out of the Pure Diablo forum. I think, you know, I might be wrong. And I don't think, you know, getting kicked out was why he renamed it. It's just, that's the timeline, I believe. So.
Hello.
Anyway, you know, I could be wrong. I don't use it. So, and I have never used it, so I might, it's very possible that I'm misunderstanding the distinction between the two Because singling. Oh no, that's what it was. It was Bliss version switcher, which had singling mod. And then Bliss became Cactus, and singling was still a mod. That's what it was. Hello? I'll just whack you like this until I hit amplify damage. Let's go. I use Trend Shadow because that's what I've always used. And change is bad. But look at this thing that's infinitely better right over here. No, I'm good.
Good day.
But infinity. No.
What do you need?
Yeah, if I hit him enough, he won't be immune to physical anymore. And they pretty much don't really hurt me, so I can just stand there and wait.
Yes?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes?
And that's how you know I'm wearing the headphones. Here you go. Jeweler's Light Plate of the Whale. Alright.
Good morning. What are your needs? Good morning.
I think that's maybe the first Jeweler's one, but I have had a 3-socket one before.
What are your needs?
Like mechanics or whatever, artisans.
Can I help you? Good
I
morning.
think so. And I've had Jeweler's Ancient Armor of the Whale as well, which I also left behind.
What are your needs? Good morning. What are your needs? Good morning.
I don't, if that had been an Archon plate, then I'm not sure if I would have bought it.
Good morning. Yes?
Like I might have bought it and felt bad about it, or I might have just left it.
Yes? Good morning. Yes? Good morning. Yes? Good morning.
Oh, I didn't mean Infinity the weapon. I just meant like there's other version switchers that are better than Trend Shadow. Infinitely better is what I was talking about.
Yes? Good morning. What are your needs? Yes?
I don't
Good morning.
specifically dislike the 1.10 rune words, like the way they changed the game.
What are your needs?
Especially since I have the option of playing the old one anyway.
Good morning.
I think if I were to make a change to the way that they were implemented, it wouldn't be that I would eliminate Enigma.
What are your needs?
it would be that I would make other options than only the armor slot.
Yes? What do you need?
Because I do think,
Yes?
or I like giving everyone teleport
Good morning.
without it being
What are
charges.
your needs? Yes? What are your needs? Good morning.
I don't know what other gear slot it would be though.
What are your needs? Good morning.
Probably either like a hat or an amulet. And if it was an amulet, then it would be like +1 teleport and nothing else.
Yes?
+1 teleport, +1 find item, level 1 conviction aura when equipped.
Good morning.
Boom.
What are your needs?
Easy. 100% chance to cast amplified damage on attack and when struck.
What are your
Alright, let's
needs?
gamble. Tired of looking at your shop window? I mean, I'm not tired of it, but I'm done. So, heavy gloves. Alright. Am I muling off? Is that why I'm here? No. Okay. D2DX doesn't support old versions. I think an Enigma shield would be nice. But then what about you would need a spirit armor. Oh no. One. Nice. I wonder, would that override indestructible uniques that can't drop as ethereal? I know some always drop as ethereal, but then actually I don't know in modern do they have that still, but in the old versions like this one, indestructible uniques cannot drop ethereal.
I can't carry anymore.
All right, I see a small charm. 2 summoners. Enhanced damages. Oh, I guess it was defense, not damage. Enhanced defenses. Alright, so 2 stashfuls of junk, and I don't feel like I'm about to die, so I'll sort another stash, I guess. How long have I been? Yeah, it's fine. Rune slots to boots. Oh. Might as well just make this project Diablo 2. Let's see. I wonder if I have one. What is this? Why are there things in here? Oh, I think these were failed crafting results. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, no dimensional shards. That's weird. They still can't. Okay. Failed unique corona. All right. Close this, and then I think it's Q that I need to sort. And then let's look at rings. I think I have. Yeah, I have a 38 magic find ring, and the one I just found is 36. All right. Exploder 3. Yeah. Yeah, I already knew that part, Rudelbert. Since that the failed unique could do it. Diamond bow. Oh, okay. 244 enhanced damage. 20 attack speed. I guess I see why I kept that. Just because it was my best one so far. So this will go in the box called Rare. Still struggling to find things that are in alphabetical order. Sets. My 87th Wilhelm's face. Not really, but that's gonna go in need sockets. Circlet. All right, that goes in need sockets. Armor. Prefix Archon Plate of the Squid. Lightning resists. Prefix Sacred Armor of the Whale, but it has garbage defense. Okay. Ancient Armor of the Whale and Gladiator's Bane. Oh, that's the one I was using because it has a soul rune in it. No shields. Okay. Then we're done with these. Let's see. Amulets, no. Rings, also no. All right. Charms. Skiller. Maxer. Why did I keep this one? Ew. It's only 21 life. Charm. All right. And then runes. A through E2. This must be the stash that I put all my classic gems in because it has very little of everything else. F through R is full. I need F through R2. What in the world is this? So this is Atma, a mulling program that gives me an infinite stash. And this is Atma made partially transparent with a program called Peek Through, because I have a small monitor, and this way I can see chat through the stash window. I was doing high council runs, and now I'm sorting some old stashes that I just dump all the stuff in without really looking at it. And then I'll do some more council runs. Okay. And then potentially tomorrow, if I finish sorting the last 3 of my stashes, I might do some Herodic Cube ring rolling with my sapphires tomorrow. So this is like having Pluggy but different for older versions of the game. I've been playing in 1.07, so that's what all these items are. It sorts them just like alphabetically and like by type, so it's pretty straightforward as things go. Like, I'm not by any means a computer whiz, and I can use the basic functionality of this program, so it's not too bad. If you are familiar with GoMule, this is basically the precursor of GoMule. What came before? It does require clicking and dragging. Okay, new stash. Amethyst 6. Alright. So there's no way to like pick up more than one item at a time. It's drag and drop. Moving all of the items out of this stash to another takes probably 25 minutes or so. Like sorting through them and putting them in places that make more sense. Yeah, GoMule you can pick up multiple items at one time. And you can sort items much more thoroughly. Like, you can sort them by prefix and suffix, and you can sort them alphabetically, or you can sort them. I don't know if you can sort them by item level, but I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, that's flawless amethyst. And then all of these gems will get used one way or another in some sort of Herodic Cube formula in either 1.07, 1.08, 1.09, or 1.10a. Okay, perfect skull. And then for some reason, there's a perfect sapphire. Let's see. Love of power. Hello, Paul. It's not quite the order of the wording. Close enough. I have achieved a set of 1,000 sapphires, so I will for sure be able to attempt another 1,000 mana after each kill rings, hoping to get the rare with the casting speed and the magic find. A 5-stream streak. Oh, watch out. You've been beaten. Look at this. 10. Brutal Burt is twice as loyal. Twice as sycophantic. Or maybe it's sycophantic? I don't know. Sicko. Power of love of power. What? Oh wow, it actually says item version classic. I'm surprised it knows. That's crazy. Diamonds. Yeah, but I had like a dozen mules with 40 gems each or something like that. And I forwarded them all finally. Hmm. And then in the coming days or weeks, as I do more council runs, I'll need to keep an eye out for a dimensional shard. To try re-rolling it with the chip gems in 1.09 and see what happens. How many sockets does it get and what is the item level? Riddlebert has turned into a vampire. Blah. Hello. Itai. I thought that's what that said. Just doing a bit of stash sorting and then I'll get back to council runs. I sorted 2 stashes yesterday and I sorted 2 today and I have 3 left. So 2 and most of 1, which will probably be full. Exposed. Exposé. Okay, almost at 1,000 emeralds, so then I'll for sure be able to roll some emeralds. Some more poison resist rings. I mean, you know, obviously I could do it at any time, but I like batches of 1,000. Makes it easier to keep track of how many attempts I have made over the years. Okay, Emerald 6. Magic damage reduced by 4. For those of you just coming in, my best drops today were Lim Rune so far and 36 Magic Find Ring. Hmm. Hello, Deke. Yeah, I think so. If you keep shopping for a week, especially since you seem to play a lot. I don't know how many hours you do in a day, but also I was just thinking back to like when I did 24 hours of Elzix in 10 days. And then, what's it called? But Elzix is much further from Exit Town than Anya is. And Anya always shows armors, and Elzix doesn't always show pelts. So I'd say you have pretty good chances of getting something nice. Does anyone who has just recently showed up happen to know in version 1.09 the 3 chipped gems and magic item recipe? Does it always give 3 sockets, or does it sometimes not give? I guess my real question is, if I use it on a dimensional shard, will it have 3 sockets? And since dimensional shard has a quality level 85, can I also get any affix? Because I'm trying to think of what I'm going to use my chipped diamonds and chipped skulls and chipped amethysts for. It does not always give 3 sockets. Was that AI, or that's something you actually, like, found somewhere? If it's AI, we don't believe that answer. But it might be that it rolls like 1 to 3, and that would be unlucky. But I would still probably go ahead and roll the dimensional shards with it, if they're able to get 3. Just because I don't have anything else really to do with my chip gems. Of those colors. That's for modern. And sometimes some of the recipes have changed over time, like the results of the recipes. Because I know, like, the Cruel Colossus Blade of Quickness with 3 sockets, that was, pretty sure that was like the chip gem recipe that people were selling 40 chippies for an SOJ for. Oh, it's full. Did I already make Skull 4? I did. I'm an idiot. I can't have more than 1,000 in one box. That's illegal. And I will not make it legal. Man, what's with the Star Wars prequel quotes today? Double work. Okay. But anyway, I'll probably try it and the recipe regardless and see what happens. Once I find a dimensional shard. And the council, I'm pretty sure they can drop it. I feel like I've seen one. But I couldn't find one in any of my stashes. Or on any of my characters. But it might simply be that I didn't keep one because they can't get sockets in 1.07. And so for that reason, they're less interesting as a crafting option. So yeah, I have enough gems to do, well, how many rubies do I actually have? There's 1,000. Yeah. Rubies 4. I might end up having enough rubies to do 2,000 more rings. But I have enough gems to do 1,000 each of the different colored ring recipes. So there will be some more crafting streams in the relatively near future. Some more chances at SOJ. And some more chances at the best mana after each kill ring to ever exist. Theoretically, some chances at a 7-point ring. But in practice, how many multiple lifetimes of gameplay would that take? Well, if you started playing Diablo 2 at the Big Bang and played continuously up until now, a 3% chance you would have a 7-point ring. I have not actually done that math. That was made up. Fake streamer. Yeah, I don't even show my face. Okay. AI. I do make hallucinations. Confidently stating things that are not true. On a somewhat regular basis. A single hot mom. Yeah. Or maybe I'm a double hot mom. That would be crazy. Okay, where did he go? There you are. I think there might be like some old clips, like if you scroll down on my Twitch, that would show my face. Additionally, if you really want to see my face, when I do like the occasional less than once a month Dungeons and Dragons game that I'm part of, he streams and we use the Weebcam 3 shapeshifter, the webcam, I should say. So there's like a little square in the corner with my face on it. Hot mom with a beard. It's glued on. Also, if you have FFZ, I think you can say, I don't have it, so it won't work for me. But that might show my face from like 15 years ago, 10 years ago. I guess 10 years ago. Lion helm. Or a portion of my face.
To see you.
If you flip it over and make Jim's M instead of Jim's W, then the picture still works. Because the beard and mustache together flipped over would look like a M instead of a W. A very meta emote.
I can't carry anymore.
Greetings.
Suzj. What? Oh. Show my face when Furricane is done? That never? Imagine thinking that will happen. I don't know, I guess I've been making what feels like progress lately. Getting some gear slots for guys that will be used to get some of his gear slots. That's progress, right? Oh, I can just pick it up. Alright. Oh, nice. It's very solid. 15 lightning resist, 15 attack speed jewel. That is not a crafting jewel. That gets used somewhere. Someday. 70 hours. That's doable. Are you level 98 right now? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Actually, good jewels are rare enough here. I'm actually going to screenshot that one. I think that's like the second best jewel I have found in 1.07. I found I think like a 23 enhanced damage attack speed jewel, which is 2 damage off of perfect. But I don't have it anymore. It got used, and then the weapon that it got used on has since been obsoleted by a better roll. And I think I don't have that weapon anymore. And I think the jewel was from before I was recording all of my gameplay. So,
While and listen.
Immortal Kings will. Will not. Alright.
I am
It's a lot of rings. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Greetings.
I think I'll probably end up just doing this stash full of junk and not another one after. So that I can eat dinner and go to bed, since I did only sleep for 3 hours this morning when I got home from my overnight shift. And then tomorrow, if things go well, then I'll finish sorting the stashes and at least start rolling the sapphire rings. I might do them all, depends on kind of how long it takes. Okay, diadem. And by all, I mean 1,000 of them. And I roll at a not ideal or not optimal item level. Character level 19 instead of the usual, I think it's either 9 or 12 that you would normally roll them at. So that I have both Magic Find affixes available. Which greatly reduces my odds of success.
am overburdened.
Battle Hammer, Divine Scepter. Okay. Grandmaster's Battle Hammer. That had Zeal and what? Oh, but it's against undead. Okay. Kind of weird thing about 1.07 is that the Battle Hammer has a higher maximum damage than the Legendary Mallet, which is kind of funny. But the Legendary Mallet has a higher average damage. Talrash's Amulet.
I can't carry anymore.
Why not?
Stay a while and listen.
Angelic. Hmm. Actually, I might not do sapphires first. So I was just thinking, the other day I did that, what's it called? Ow. The amulet, and I got Cathins, or, yeah, I think I got Cathins. And so then I began to wonder whether the infinite magic find was affecting the cube output result. And I don't think that it does. But if it does, then I want to force the cube to output rares when I roll them in 1.07. That would be completely busted. And I probably want it to force rares in 1.08 as well. And get the chance for the 7-point ring, which would also be completely busted. But I don't think that it does. But stranger things have happened. Yeah, definitely worth confirming. So I'll roll
I am overburdened.
like a few at high level, I guess, first. Like have this guy just go do some rituals and try it out. And roll one or two.
See you.
I guess I could do that today, since I don't plan on doing another stash full of junk. And I would, if it doesn't work in 1.07, I would probably want to go ahead and confirm in 1.08 as well. Because who knows what weird thing may have changed the way things work, even though they didn't intend to. Demon hide gloves.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh yeah, I already have this.
Afternoon.
Good morning. Yes?
Did I just teleport? I think I teleported again. I clipped through the NPC like that one time with is it Ormus? Alright, let's go to the Plains of Despair. Any souls? Yes. Where did that guy go? There you are. Any fourth one? There's a fourth one. Let's see. Oh, they're not actually. Okay, they are actually chasing me. Okay, I can't just stand there, I guess. Unlucky. Alright, let's see how many they think they are. What do they think they are for? One of them got stuck. Let's see if I can unstick him. There he is. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, I'm just gonna stack up a bunch of magic find and then cube a few rings and see if they come out blue. And then since I've done the magic find, maybe I'll go clear Act 5 a bit, even though I don't actually like doing that. So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to play a whole lot, and then immediately goes and clears an entire act. Probably not. Get hopped on. Oh yeah, these guys are immune to physical.
Good afternoon.
Alright, so let's try it. I'll go throw one in the cube and see what happens. I need some antidote potions. And these come out. I think if it had been rare, I would have kind of freaked out. Alright. So I'd say that's pretty definitive that I just got lucky with that Cathin's amulet. Hmm. Lightsaber. Hmm.
I can't carry anymore.
Grand Charm. Let's see. Any of these ethereal? No. 9 to minimum damage, 6 to strength. That's actually not bad. I don't know why I identified that. The minimum damage goes up to 11. Let's see. Valkyrie Wing.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, the council members will try to drop unique if the item is able to spawn as unique. Once I have this much magic find, so that's why it's like this. Um, oh, I know. I'll do Tristram. And then I'll stop for the day. Oh, is this Kelpie Snare? Like minus 100 enemy slow? Yeah. But I don't have space for it. Because Circlet is part of the preferred treasure class, this would be a decent way to try to farm rare circlets. The drawback is that they can't have 2 sockets in this version. No clash, does no skills here. Hmm.
I am overburdened.
Yes?
Mm. Okay, maybe not the best choice of zone. Any sick drops? I got a Lim Rune and I got a 36 Magic Find Ring. And then I think that's about it. I just got Valkyrie Wing because I did Infinite Magic Find and then killed the Council once with it. And I got Lightsaber from the same thing. But I already have both of those. Amulet. I did the Magic Find to see if the ring recipes from the cube was affected by the Magic Find. Since the other day I got that Cathan's Amulet after doing some Magic Find rituals. Hello, Vexor. I'm pretty close to done for the day. So, either perfect timing or anti-perfect timing. Your choice.
I can't
Huh.
carry anymore.
Rib Cracker. Look at this thing. Faster cast speed, 15 replenish life, 20 regenerate mana, 100 defense, 15 dexterity, 3 to cold skills. OP. Hmm. Oh, Atmos. This one has more amplified damage chance. So that's the one I'll use. I guess I could go do the Durance 3 and kill those council members. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. And then call it a day. I think that's reasonable.
It is an honor to serve.
Let's see. I have enough gems that I can do a crafting stream. Oh, I don't have the endurance. Nice. I can do some crafting streams again. So I'll finish sorting all of my stuff over the next couple of days, or maybe the next day, and then start doing some crafting. Whoops. Okay, y'all are moving fast, which makes me think one of you is special. I just have to find him. Russet armor, okay. Demon hide boots. There's no run walk on this. There's no risk in 1.07 from the undead soul killers or whatever. They're not dangerous. Watch me immediately die. Like, yeah, no risk. Immediately dies. There's no risk in the way that you're used to there being risk from the undead soul killers in 1.07. War Traveler, right? I think I might want one of those more than I want another Skulder, because I don't know how many I have. And I know I have at least 2 of Skulders. And I also know that in either case it's trivial to get more. Let's see. I think that's good. Oh, you're physical immune. Okay. Boots. I just successfully horked the unique mob and it dropped gold. That's weird. Gladius, is it ethereal? No. Do you have a Shaco? Yes. Can normal Mephisto drop this? Probably. Alright, 1 in 65,536 chance for a low rune. Let's go. Alright. What a letdown.
It's locked.
Spiked shield. Alright, anyway, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and thank you for chatting. Tomorrow I'll probably... if I don't start super early, then I probably won't play at all. Well, super early for me. Then I probably won't be playing at all. Oh, hey, I got Saracens and Atmas. Nice. Both amplify damage ones. So, like, if I haven't started by noon, then I probably won't be playing. I'm working on something else. So 36 Magic Find Ring, Lem Rune, and then some cheesed uniques at the end of the day.